The hardest thing about starting boxing is not your footwork. It's not about being able to punch really hard. It's not your cardio's not right. You're not fit enough to go there. The hardest thing to start boxing is going to the gym for the very first time. Now, I don't think anyone understands this more than me. I've been in thousands of gyms around the world, and I know it can be very intimidating to go to a fitness class for the first time, never mind a boxing class. But let me tell you, if you find the right gym, which my tips on this video will help you, you will fall in love with boxing training and all the benefits that come with it. It's an absolute game changer, not just for your physical body, but for you mentally as well. Whether you're thinking about doing boxing for fitness to keep fit, lose some extra pounds, all while having fun and learning a new skill and ultimately helping you become the healthiest version of yourself, because let me tell you, boxing for fitness will definitely do that. Or you're looking to start boxing because you have a desire to get in the ring and have a fight. Well, on this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to do both of those things, no matter your age, your fitness ability, your punching experience, and also it might help you make your mind up whether you do want to do it for fitness or for fighting. And this deep dive will tell you the specifics you need to start your boxing journey. Now, I just want to start off by saying boxing for fitness and boxing to compete is two completely different things. And generally, the two completely different places that you're going to train. One is a boxing fitness facility or just a regular gym that does boxing classes. And the other one is a boxing club. And then you've also got a third option as well, what I'll touch on in this video, is how to train at home for free and get a great workout. Now, if you're not sure whether you want to do it for fighting or for fitness, I would definitely recommend you start by going to a fitness gym first. This is a great way to learn the basics of the sport, all while getting supervised by some coaches. But if you're doing this, I would recommend you try and find a fitness gym that has trainers that's either got a boxing fitness certification or at least a little bit of boxing experience, because this way you know that they're going to teach you the right techniques. I've seen lots of boxing fitness trainers over the past who haven't really got a clue what they're doing and teaching crappy technique, which I guess it's not a problem if you're not bothered about technique and you just want to get a workout. But the problem with this is if you want to take it a little bit more seriously and you want to learn the real fundamentals of boxing, once you start training with a crappy coach, you get into bad habits. Now, once you're into a bad habit, let me tell you, I know firsthand it takes a long time to get out of a bad habit. So the best way is not to get into them in the first place. So don't be training with these crappy coaches. Now, the two best ways to find a gym like this is one, word of mouth. Do you know someone who's actually doing boxing training in your area? Also, have a look at their form and technique, see how they're looking. If they're looking good, yeah, great. And now the other way is looking on Google reviews, because when someone loves the gym so much, there's a chance that they will put a review on there. You can go on Google, read these reviews, and just see what people are saying about the gym. And there are so many gyms around the world that's doing boxing fitness trainers. Now, what I would recommend is trying to find a boxing burn class in one of these gyms. As of shooting this video, there's 6 countries around the world that do boxing burn classes. Now, this is actually a business that I co-created where we put our boxing fitness classes into gyms, and we are focusing on fitness, but everything is real boxing techniques. And you will be getting taught by coaches that's been learning our methods. So I'm very confident that you're going to learn the right techniques. Side note, if you're a gym owner or you know a gym owner, send them this video and go to boxingfitness.com/connect and we can help you put the best boxing fitness classes into your facility. Now, if there is no boxing fitness classes around your area, you can also try and find a personal trainer or a private coach who can provide you with one-on-one instruction to help you develop a customized boxing training plan. Now, if that trainer is good and passionate and they've got experience, you'll be in good hands, I'm sure. But when you are working one-on-one with a fitness trainer, it can get expensive, but I've got a little tip for you to get that price down. Firstly, you should always tell them the goals. And I'm guessing because you're watching this video, you want to learn boxing and get better at boxing. So the last thing you want is a trainer who's going to spend 5 minutes talking and wrapping your hands. They'll give you a 10-minute warm-up, 20 minutes of conditioning, and then lots of talking in between this. And before you know it, you're more than halfway through your 1-hour session and you haven't learned a thing about boxing. Then with the abs, cool down and stretch at the end of a session, what a lot of trainers do, you end up getting around 15-20 minutes of real quality boxing. So what you should do instead of that, which is way more beneficial and cost effective, is tell the trainer you only want a 30-minute session. So instead, what you would do, you would wrap your own hands. I've got a video on that. You will do a warm-up by yourself. I've got a video on that. And tell them you don't need any strength and conditioning work. All you want is 30 minutes of pure boxing. This way, you'll definitely get the most out of your boxing session. Now, the other way to learn boxing, if you really can't build up the courage to go to the gym, is by looking on YouTube and following along with videos. I've created a full video giving you everything you need to know to get started in boxing. And guess what? It's free as well. So you can watch that full video after this one and get started. But the bad thing about working out on your own is that you have no one to correct you when you make a mistake. And when you're making mistakes regularly, you're bound to get in bad habits. So what you want to do in that situation is record yourself, whether you're hitting the heavy bag, shadow boxing. After you've recorded yourself, watch that video back and write down all the mistakes that you're making. And the next time you go to train, read their mistakes before you actually do the training. And that right there will help you get out of these bad habits. This full channel is dedicated on helping you get better at boxing. Now you can check out all of the videos on here for different drills and techniques that you can do for specific things in your boxing game. Now, before I talk about training for a fight, I just want to say whether you're training for fighting or training for fitness, regardless of which approach you choose to do, it's important to focus on the basic fundamentals and not get too caught up in trying to look flash before you look good. Now, especially if you're training to fight. Now, before you even think about stepping into the ring, it's crucial that you've got a solid foundation in the basics of boxing. And by taking a class or working with a coach or watching the videos on YouTube and watching yourself, that will really help with that. And having a solid foundation will not only help you improve your skills, but it will also give you the opportunity to see if you enjoy the sport and if it's something that you want to pursue in the future before you get in the ring and start getting punched in the face. Now, if you're interested in competing in boxing, there's a couple of different paths that you can take. The best and most common, and the one that I would recommend, is join a local amateur boxing gym. These gyms will allow you to compete in local, regional, and even national tournaments. And the gym shouldn't be letting you compete unless the coaches think you've got to a level where you're able to do this. Now, it's important to remember when you are choosing to do this for fitness or to do it for fighting, boxing is a pretty physical demanding sport and it requires discipline, hard work, and dedication. But with the right training, the right coach, the right people around you, you can develop the skills and confidence to be able to reach your goals and succeed in whatever they are. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning, it is nerve-wracking for everyone to go to a gym, and I feel it's awkward for everyone who starts boxing for the first time. But there's something about boxing training that makes you feel alive. It makes you feel present in the moment. It gives you the confidence that will help you in everyday life. And there is so many more benefits to boxing that you should definitely find out before you go to the gym. That's why I created this video right here, telling you about benefits of boxing. Click here and watch this video next.